width of the map and the mountain ranges in between them, flank attacks are a really big deal here. If you don't defend your flank, you have to go all the way back to your base to be able to defend it. And that can really hurt your ability to contest the forward.
Another thing...
I'll say, just been told the caster microphones are much more balanced now, so that's good.
Brilliant. If there's any other issues, just let us know, people. We will do our best to make the games as enjoyable as possible, because this is our job. This is here to increase your enjoyment of the tournament, and if we're not doing that, then we're not doing our jobs. Some strategy coming up here with PtaQ's giving some guy saying this is what I'm going to do.
The one thing to note, well, interestingly, first thing is that they both started polar opposites of each other here, both on the exact same spots either side of the map. And the bottom team obviously noting that the metal mech spots are 3.6 metal income all across the board. So that's a lot of metal to be made if you can hold the middle.
Oh, completely. I'm going to tell chat it's not happening. Several people are saying they don't like my shirt and I should definitely take it off. That is not happening. I like my shirt too much to take it off. That'd be completely inappropriate, I feel.
We can do that when you're off camera.
No, it's nothing to do with the camera. I'm just not taking the shirt off. I love it too much. This is my good morning shirt for Mondays at work. So we've got
very stylish.
with vehicles. PtaQ has not built a lab yet, so I wouldn't be surprised to find that he builds one further forwards where he's drawn that yellow arrow on the map. Teddy, no lab, but Sabutai has gone with bots.
Yes, Sabutai has definitely gone. Oh, is this PtaQ's going? Is that vehicle lab I see there?
PtaQ's going vehicle as well, yeah.
He has, yes. I was incorrect on the forward lab, that's for sure. Teddy's also going bots. So south side full vehicles, north side full bots. This could be interesting. Based on what you see of the map, which do you feel is a stronger opening?
Well, I've played this map in the past, and vehicles have always kind of played out for me very well here. The speed that vehicles can get are obviously a higher top speed than bots, and the amount of raiding opportunities you can get going around the cliffs on the left-hand side of the top section. If you don't have radar cover there, they can get right around and be in your base before you know it. It's very difficult to hold all of this territory that's here. And you're about to see a flash from Teddy, a rover from Teddy, about to go into Sabutai's base.
So looking for that opening. Well, we're just sort of camping in the corner, admiring the sea view. Very, very tranquil and idyllic. Won't be for long. Soon it'll be a wasteland of missiles and shredded metal.
So one thing we are seeing here is that doing the smart thing of both teams are expanding with their engineers with units to assist them, being just scouts, but it's better than nothing. Yet they did not see the Sabutai flee sat on that mech point.
Oh, there he is. Causing trouble.
A little bit of travel time wasted there. Sabutai is about to bring down 2 Peewees. We'll definitely get that engineer.
PtaQ's currently destroying large portions of Flash's base until the LLT eventually cleaned that up. Lost a couple of mexes. Peewee's come in to say hello, take out a mex. I suppose I didn't go for the construction. It's an interesting one when you've got vehicle constructions. I sometimes see players deliberately leave those constructors rather than try and take them out. It's just that they're just too resilient and it's just not worth the time. It's better off looking for easier targets.
Well, they have 1,000 health, so by the time that you'd kill it, obviously you could get a couple of mexes in that time. And maybe even get something a bit more valuable. Like if you can do more damage to his eco, take out his power, it's going to take him ages to build any more engineers. And that engineer is useless if it doesn't have an eco to build from. But one thing you're noticing here is that both Flash and Sabutai are definitely prioritizing getting in the middle. With Sabutai about to grab one of those key mex points. Teddy's just about to get a free Rector.
PtaQ is cleaning up the left flank of Flash.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of unguarded mexes there.
Three mixes for free there. Well, you probably only get 2. Has Flash noticed? Yes, Flash has noticed. He'll get 2. Ooh.
Spy from Teddy.
Oh, no, he did get 3. Very nice. Oh, Sabutai might have an issue here. He's got 4 flashes just on the side of his base here.
Waiting for the opportunity to strike.
Yeah, he does have an LLT in his base though, so it's not too big an issue. I think it's more of a just denying the eco.
Instigators pushing up through the left flank.
Sometimes a bit surrounded here. He's about to lose that high. He just lost that high energy, high metal income.
Raiding on the left.
There's an attack on left and right at the same time here. Both Flash and Sabutai don't seem to have many units.
Is that because they've just tried going for the middle mexes and potentially missed out on an earlier higher eco by prioritizing nearer mexes?
I mean, yeah, Sabutai never got control of his right-hand side, which, if you look at his opposite, which would be, you know, attack, TaQ, he's got control of those 3 extra mexes. He's running on a higher eco. Saying that, though, Sabutai's pushing in front of Teddy's base here. He's a bit on his own. Saying that, TaQ's kind of surrounded from the north and from the right now. 2 commanders right next to him.
Sorry about that. Getting a drink turned into feeding the cats and then sorting out one of the lower bracket games as well.
Sabutai's not paying attention.
Oh dear, Sabutai. Oh, that was close.
That was very close.
Com's only at 800 health right now. TaQ and Flash trading a few shots.
Flash
trading much better, I think.
Yeah.
Flash was at risk of walking into 2 LLTs there. Certainly worse for wear because of it.
So currently Teddy's got 11 flashes on the right hand side here. They're going behind Sabutai. Sabutai's not really built. He's got 4 LLTs, but
yeah, he's a bit distracted by chasing down TaQ's high right flanking maneuver. I think they've
a large amount of units on the left from Flash, who has somehow got a couple of tanks in there. He's rezzed them.
Yeah, so the little white halo above thing shows as a resurrected unit.
If I had that switched on, though, the audience would see. I think I had that switched off because it looked a little silly to me. It's a very useful feature to know, but...
Oh, when you're playing, it's super important to know if your enemy has got 5 factories worth of units, or they just raised your entire army without you realising.
Oh, Sabutai's using his commander, and he's going up for a nice mountain view.
So he might be using the commander to rotate to the other side of the choke point. Most units can't walk over there. I think bots can't, but I'll double check quickly.
Bots can. I've used
yes.
some bots on this. They're the only units that can go over there, which might explain the choice of bots from the North team here.
Yeah.
It's so slow to go over the mountain.
Yes.
But vehicles cannot catch him up there. He may be walking along this ridgeline here with the plan of doing a TaQ, maybe. I'm going to keep using that. Doing attacking.
We've coined the verb, doing attacking.
Oh dear.
The TaQ.
I mean, I've got to be honest here. What I'm really upset that I've not seen yet is no unexpected bombing runs. Where are they? I was expecting to see at least one by now.
So TaQ and Teddy have just both noticed that Sabutai's comms there. Whether they're going to do anything about it or if they're just going to leave him there.
That is a very forward com. And if he trades with Teddy here, that's not going to go well for him because he's not got the units to support it and get the reclaim. Teddy will just hoover up 4,000 metal off the team.
And that he has 18 Peewees to the north, and there's only 6. There's more LLTs going up.
Flashes, 2 LLTs, and very soon a beamer. The LLTs do a lot to the Peewees, and the flashes tank for them very nicely. He had more, but he pushed in and then had to retreat very quickly. Teddy just sealed it off with a couple of LLTs. Sabutai's not going anywhere.
Sabutai's defense is in the middle, being slowly torn apart.
Sabutai might even get sniped here if he's not careful.
Can you call it sniped if he's so far forward on his own?
Yes. It is technically a snipe. If they go in with the specific intention of killing the commander and nothing else, anything else that gets killed is collateral damage, then yes, that's sniping. Sabutai walking along the ridge. That's an interesting choice.
Might be trying to just take out their base with his explosion. If you look at the base build-up compared to like PtaQ's base build-up, he's even got some energy converters there. He's got a lot of wind energy on the go.
Okay, we might be seeing it. Teddy is building an airfield, and he's armed, so it's got to be bombers that he's going for. Possibly gunships, but it won't be blade wings. Conversely, Sabutai has built a vehicle factory. He's building some resurrection bots, at which point I think he's then going to reclaim his bot lab.
They've both actually switched to vehicles now as well.
Yes, they have. That's a good spot. I wouldn't be surprised to find that PtaQ goes for tier 2 at some point in the near future. Given the amount of energy production he's got, he's clearly ramping up to make use of that.
He's also got one of the high-value metal extractors, and he's building a lot of defences around it.
His total metal income is 14.9k versus 11.8, 10.9 and 9.9 across the rest of the game. So if anyone's going to go for tier 2, it's definitely going to be him.
We have a push with quite a multitude of Peewees.
Yeah, that's a superb use of the mountain ridge. Teddy unfortunately did spot it quickly enough and has units in position to repel it, but still.
We've also got a counter push coming from Teddy here. Not that many units left in his base to deal with that.
No, these flashes are going to wreak havoc. There are some LLTs and there's a couple of stumpies there, but that's about it.
If they choose to go in, are they just going up the ridge? Okay.
Yeah, it's the ridge. The ridge is quite slow for them.
Oh, here we go.
Now, we're going to see here the wisdom in spacing out your wind turbines. And wind drops at the perfect moment for Teddy and the worst moment for Sabutai.
That's a lot of damage.
His laser turrets aren't even shooting.
Doesn't have any. One laser
turret. Nano turret went down.
He had 3 turrets and they didn't even fire a single shot. Wind is slowly climbing.
He has no laser towers on that side.
Yeah, so even when wind comes up, it's not going to help him.
Meanwhile, Sabutai's commandos go back to blow.
Yep.
His commando's gone.
That's not good. And we have here PtaQ has an incredibly secure position. He's got 3 Dragon's Maws, the flamethrower turrets, a ward on the heavy laser, and a bunch of light laser and middling laser turrets behind it. Flash is not going to push through PtaQ anytime soon, though we do have a bomber out from Teddy. Just a single bomber. He is building more, so I wouldn't be surprised to find that we see the bases get sniped with a bombing run. PtaQ hasn't gone for tier 2 yet. I was genuinely expecting that a bit sooner.
Maybe he realises he doesn't really need to. They've already got 1 con down, substantial base damage.
Like the engagement breaking out on both sides of the mountain range on the right.
Indeed.
So Flash is kind of pushing PtaQ back a bit there.
Looks like they might be going for an all or nothing here.
We do have one more request from chat here, TarnishedKnight. Would you be able to use the middle mouse button to pan more and click on the map a little bit less, please? It's a little bit giant for spectators.
Oh, right, okay, so certainly.
Yes, I mouse wheel in and out and skim all over the place very quickly, so I have to consciously stop doing that whenever I'm casting. Teddy's commander should be okay given the support he's got. Yeah, he's not in any
Bombers
real danger.
moving in.
Well, there are 2 stumpies.
5 stumpies.
Well, not anymore, there's not.
True.
Yeah, there were 2 stumpies next to him.
Going for the flash base.
Oh, here comes the bombing run. Nobody saw that coming.
A call in GG.
Probably, yeah.
Flash did have some air defense up, but not on his base.
Nowhere near enough either. So having some air defense
yeah.
will prevent multiple bombing raids, multiple bombing passes, but it is very hard to stop the first bombing pass because the bombers are fairly tough. Sabutai is not having a good time, though he's short on energy, and those resurrection bots, they use energy to perform resurrection. At this stage, PtaQ and Teddy should be looking to close out the game, I'd imagine.
Flash still has a substantial amount of units, but not really able to do anything with them at this point.
No, not at all.
So skirmish here. PtaQ has 2 of the high value mix points now. Are you seeing a TaQ move from him? No, but he's got an air factory.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, it is about close out the game. They've got a 47 to 33k metal advantage. I can't see how North team can bring this back. They're 1 comm against 2, down in every other conceivable metric as well, unfortunately.
Fighting viciously in the centre. I think that we just can't afford to lose this now.
Yeah.
Do you think you would expect any team to maybe use some surprise hovercrafts on this map, seeing the water ramps at the rear, maybe amphibious units to surprise eco, right?
I wouldn't expect it because, as we saw, the land-based raids and flank attacks, they were very effective, and going amphibious or hover isn't going to make them much more, if at all, more effective.
But when you consider both vehicle factories have an amphibious tank, you could, in theory, just build 5 of them, and they're about the same cost as Stumpy.
Completely.
And
Wow.
would not be noticed.
You definitely could build 5, and the problem there is that they're not cost effective compared to a Stumpy unless you make use of the amphibious in a really big way, and all you're doing is you're reducing the number of Stumpies you have on the front line. If there was a more direct route or a ramp at the very back of the base, then I could see some merit to that, but I can't.
There is ramps at the back of the base, behind Teddy's base right now.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes,
2 ramps directly behind their bases.
And yes, and they would be completely passable, wouldn't they? Yes, I'm sorry about that. That's a really good point.
And not only that, but they would not be able to see them until they're in their base. They're not going to have any sonar.
Well, that becomes a moot point now anyway, because that game is over.
That game
But that doesn't mean another team might do it.